morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Ariella. I make videos about, I make videos about medical school and my life as a second-year medical student and my experience not wanting to do any work for the career that I have signed up to do. Obviously, that's a joke. But let me catch you up to speed here so I can kind of explain what I was hinting at there. Gotta brush my teeth first. I look like a fall grandpa. Don't stop using sunscreen just because it's winter. The sun still exists. Put on sunscreen the same way you brush your teeth every morning. This may have been too much. Oops. Alright guys, so it is Sunday, October 4th. I love October. October is my favorite month of the year. It's Sunday after a really hard week. So last week, if you guys watched my last vlog, you would have seen last weekend I was preparing for my OMM practical, which happened on Wednesday, my first RGU or reproductive, gynecologic, and urologic health exam, which was Friday morning, and then I was preparing for a mock presentation on Friday afternoon, which I actually have to give tomorrow, which is kind of nerve-wracking because it's not something that I've ever done before, but needless to say, because of all that last week, I was so tired and burnt out, and yesterday I literally didn't do any work. I sat on the couch, my butt firmly planted in the couch cushion, playing Crystal Chronicles for probably 12 hours straight. And you know what? That's what I deserve. Whenever I take a huge break like that, I always feel like it's so much harder to just get started and get rolling back into the work that I need to do today. So there's a couple things that I'm gonna do to kind of mitigate that, I guess. The first is obviously I'm vlogging, so I have to be productive today, otherwise you guys will be disappointed. The second is that I actually got ready today and put on makeup and I feel not like a garbage can. I wore jeans, which was maybe not the right choice, but so far they're pretty comfortable. I put makeup on for the first time in a long time so that I don't touch my face as much. It's a really bad habit of doing that, and obviously right now is not the best time to have a habit of touching your face all the time. Obviously, I'm also gonna make coffee, so I'll bring you with me to do that. Let me share my to-do list for today with you. All right, so first thing we have to do is, like I said, I gave that mock presentation and I got some feedback on it, so there are some edits that I definitely need to make, so I'm gonna do that, and then I will probably do one last mock presentation. It's a verbal pitch only, so I'm basically just reading what I've written, but I'm gonna do one last practice round of that tonight. Something that I really need to work on is, I think because of YouTube, I'm relatively comfortable speaking, but I speak extremely fast, and I've kind of noticed this, I think because while I was editing my YouTube videos, I originally was not too pleased with the fact that I talked really slowly, and that's valuable when you're giving a presentation because it gives people time to absorb the information from what you're saying. But obviously in the world of YouTube, speaking faster for me is just what I like to watch, so that's what I do. So we're gonna work on that a little bit today. I don't even want to tell you how many Anki cards I have because I don't know. I didn't do any on Friday except the reproductive ones that were related to my exam. I did none on Saturday. Anki updated. I'll update you on that when it gets fixed. But I also have to watch a lecture for primary care skills because I have a primary care skills lab on Tuesday. Basically what we do in lab is it's more like a case presentation and we discuss the case rather than actually having an in-person lab. That's entirely because we can't really be on campus and neither can the SPs be on campus to teach us because that would put them at risk. It's a large body of young students who could potentially be carriers, and a lot of the SP stands for standardized patient. They're an actor that comes in and both teaches us the techniques alongside our primary care skills professor who is a physician, and then they grade us and they are the actor when we go in and we do our mock patient visits. So a lot of them are older and obviously they would be at higher risk, so we've kind of changed the way that we're doing those, so we're doing them virtually, and usually the labs would be to prepare for those visits, but since they are virtual, we're doing it completely differently now. So the lab is going to be a patient presentation that we need to participate and discuss what the potential problem could be. We also had an interprofessional education session on Friday, which was not mandatory for us to attend live, but it is mandatory for us to eventually watch and be quizzed on. So I need to work on those lectures today because next week on Thursday, I'm actually driving up to New Hampshire. The quiz that for those interprofessional education lectures is actually due on Friday, October 9th. And since I'll be driving all day the previous day, Thursday, October 8th, I need to get a lot of that done today if I can. And that is basically it on my to-do list. So let's see if Anki wants to open and tell me how many note cards I have to do. Oh boy. Okay, so the total is almost exactly 1,000 cards, which is doable, I would say. But first, we're gonna definitely need caffeine. Start off by tidying my desk up a little bit because it has gotten just a tad messy from school, so I want to fix that up before I start. I've been using Pathoma lately, and I am so sad that I slept on this for so long. We had a discount through our school, so I ended up buying it, and I watched the modules and just annotate along in the book. And I don't know why, but it really just helps things stick into my long-term memory, so I've been really liking it. Okay, now I can start working on my presentation. I want to have cold brew tomorrow, so I'm going to try making cold brew in my French press because apparently that's something you can do. So I put in some coarsely ground coffee in here. Smells lovely. And I'm going to fill it with cold water and let it sit overnight, and then tomorrow morning I will use the plunger and hopefully it's delicious. I decided that I wanted breakfast, so I'm gonna make a hash really quick before I start my note cards. It's about 11 o'clock, so I'll probably start them around noon. I'm starting to run out of time today, which is bad. This is cruel. Okay, hello everyone. So I am just making some pasta now. We got back from the hike. It was a very long one, 2 hours, and I have a lot of note cards to do, so it's definitely gonna be a late night. I was hoping that I could maybe like play video games for a little bit tonight, but it's looking like that is not gonna be the case. So I'm just going to cook and clean up and then get straight to work. I think it's time for PJs, even though I was actually enjoying wearing jeans for once in my life. Thank you, Madewell.